Hey guys, it's Jet. I'm here with my friend Casey. We're working on a video.
Yeah,
Casey
this is great.
Casey just got done putting an album out. He put it out on Apple Music, Spotify, and some other music platforms. He's here today to tell you about his music and tell you more about himself and what drives him and what gets him up in the morning. And so we're going to go ahead here and we're going to talk to him. Okay,
all right. Oh, I should start talking? Oh,
yeah.
Well, what up? I don't know what to say from here. But yeah, what can I say? I got this new album out. Got about 16 songs. It's been about maybe a year and some change since I actually made another rap album. I've been really focusing on hip hop instrumentals and just really doing different stuff, man. But I think this new album is really dope. And I think that all of y'all are gonna enjoy it out there. So, check it out. That's all I got, Jet.
All right, Casey.
Yep.
So you've got the album. Tell us what inspired you to make the album, and what was your inspiration and what you actually think about when you do that, and tell us how you put it together and what kind of stuff you use.
Yeah, man. So I've been making instrumentals for quite some time now, and just focusing on the production side of things, and just utilizing what I can off of FL Studio, and making a lot of great instrumentals, man. So I think at some point I just really wanted to focus on making a rap project, and I felt inspired to finally make that rap project, man. So I think for a long time it was just me trying to identify, what Casey is supposed to sound like next in this new project, and I think I found a really good balance of some current sound and the boom bap sound, and it's a good combination of everything. This project has a song for everybody, in terms of the emotional content. Maybe there's something in there for people who are romantically in love and they want to hear some romance stuff, but if you also want to hear some motivational music too as well, I got that as well. And yeah, I think a lot of these songs really come from a place of self-reflection and just evolving continuously. And this was a really fun experience making this album as well, because I got a chance to work with a lot of great artists. I have a couple of production songs on there from Persian. He's making some really great music right now from Katie Church, a couple other great artists on here. And it's been really fun, just continuously make music and be inspired by other people, man, and that's what it is. I'm sticking to it.
All right, cool. So, kind of break down too about, maybe tell us some about your other albums. When you had sent me the link to your new album, I was surprised that you had 6 or 7 albums out there. I think you sent me a link before, and I don't remember which one it was, if it was Apple Music. I think it was a Spotify or something like that, but it didn't have all the stuff that you have now. And I mean, that's pretty impressive. Tell us about some of the old albums.
Yeah, so I definitely have a couple other albums out there. I'm trying to remember the whole catalog. So there's the 1906 Project, which is the last rap album I had. And then there's the Mr. Two Letters Project, which is a project that I made with a couple other great artists, Gully Lamont being one of them. And so there's been a lot of other instrumental projects out there too as well. There's the No Love in Los Angeles, and there's the Love and War Project, which are my top 2 favorite projects that I think I've made in terms of instrumental-wise projects. And Flights to New York, which was another dope project. I made, I would say I made majority of it in LA, but there's some really great instrumentals that I made out there in New York too as well, which was a really fun experience, And yeah, I'm trying to see where I'm gonna go next with it, man, in terms of making instrumentals or making another rap album, I don't know. But right now I'm really enjoying the sound of Balance and Loyalty, and I think this is a sound that everybody else is gonna enjoy, hands down.
All right, that sounds really cool. So what all goes into the album? You make the album, and then you do the artwork, and then you what do? You take that to Apple Music and Spotify, and then you kind of describe the process of how you get it like distributed and how you get to be able to be on Apple Music and stuff. Maybe some of the people out there don't really know how to do all that, but it seems like it's a long, complicated process.
Yeah. Yeah, I mean, I think it definitely is. I think a lot of where I was kind of going with it at first was just kind of thinking about another beat project, but I think I just like had compiled so many instrumentals and beats off of FL Studio. I was just like, man, I have to pick some of these songs I could just rap over, man. So I think usually, in terms of like picking the instrumental, I think it has a lot to do with like how different the sound is, to me personally, if there's any type of like emotional inspiration behind it, because sometimes I could listen to instrumentals and, my mind just starts working, man. So,
Right.
I think a lot of it is that, man. And I think as I was building this album, I was just looking for songs that had that emotional component to it as well, but also, a story. And, I'm also focusing on the lyrical content. And I just wanted to really focus on having something that everybody could like really tune into and resonate with, and I think, a lot of that came from, the passing of my friend, me just doing a lot of self-reflection and growing as a person and just evolving and maturing, so I wanted to kind of write those things down and just put it on a record and, see where it kind of goes from there. So it's been a really great ride, man, that's for sure.
Excellent, excellent. I mean, the amount of work and stuff seems like it's really paying off now. I can tell that you're like really into it. Does the new album, does it have a story behind it? Or is just certain songs a montage of stories that you sing about and describe in the album? Or is it just one big evolution and it's the whole story within inside of like a book or whatever it might be?
Yeah, I think I would say it's a collection of my personal experiences in the world and trying to find my place in it, And I think it's not necessarily one big story, but I think it kind of maybe plays out in different phases of like this project, right? Of, you have your cluster of songs that are like about motivation and being successful and striving for greatness. And then you have this other portion and cluster of music where it's like, you're doing a lot of self-reflection. And the next cluster is maybe more romance. And after that, it's more, finding your place in the world again, So I think it's just like, it's a really good experience in terms of like the different phases of this project, which I think is very similar to life because we go through different phases. I'm getting really philosophical with this, but I think it's just like a whole fun experience in terms of like the journey of the music in itself, and also just, some of the things I say in the songs I think have resonated with a good amount of people, and I think people enjoy that, and that's what you're gonna get a lot more of in this new album.
All right, awesome.
Yeah.
Great. So tell us, what's in future for you, and tell us, what your plans are, for tomorrow, and, what you plan on doing and where you plan on taking this. And also let you know, like, are you able to, make contacts? Are you talking with other producers? Are you talking with record labels and different kinds of people like that?
Yeah, man, no doubt about it. I think, really, I've just been collaborating with so many great producers and great artists, whether they sing or whether they do beat production or play an instrument. I think I really just, been focusing on making just good friendships with people, And I think, tying into that really kind of affects, the quality of the music, because I think a lot of it kind of comes from a special place, man. And yeah, like I said, working with Persian was a really, really great experience, man, because, I always wanted to work with him, And also, it was kind of funny because like I told him to like come to my place at a certain time, on a certain day, and he ends up coming like a day before before that time.
Right.
And it was just like the worst timing, right? Because like my place has like really bad plumbing, so it was just kind of like one of those days where like, you know, we had to fix the plumbing.
shit's
It's
backed
like,
up.
Shit's backed up, man. It's like, what the hell, you know,
Right.
this place is, you know, stinking here, right? And, but anyway, person showed up and the place was just like, you know, just not smelling great. But he laid out like 3 instrumentals and we wrote 3 songs that night and I recorded them the next day and it was just like a really dope experience. But, you know, really cool guy and, yeah, it's kind of like a funny little story behind that, you know. But then there's other artists that I met, you know, like Katie, and I remember I heard her song, and it was just an incredible joint, man. I just couldn't stop listening to it. I was like, man, like I have to work with this artist right here, man. And you know, working with them, you know, working with Joel, you know, he's actually a really talented artist and rapper himself and singer, and you know, just having the opportunity to, you know, just, you know, vibe out with them in the studio and just like, you know, make a dope song. And we've actually made quite a number of songs, man. It's just been such a fun experience, man. It's fun just meeting people. It's fun connecting with others and, you know, just getting to know people who share that same passion for making music, man, you know?
All right, great. Well, you know, we're coming to the close here of our interview, but I mean, is there, you know, any final words you want to say to everybody out there? And, you know, maybe you want to give them your contact information, where they can reach you, and, you know, your Instagram and social media and YouTube.
Oh, okay. Yeah, yeah, absolutely. Well, be sure to hit me up on my Instagram, at KC The Prospect. Feel free to drop me a follow. I got my YouTube channel popping right now too as well. Just check out KC The Prospect, and Balance and Loyalty out now on all platforms. Check it out.
All right, Casey. Well, you know, we're making a video for him, and we're going to be putting that out. We'll be putting out the video here for the interview and stuff, and you know, we'll make everything available for you. But I mean, with that said,
All right, man.
great job. We want to thank you guys for coming out and supporting Multi Musicians LA and meeting artists like Casey and other artists. We plan on bringing you more artists and stuff as we go along and showcasing them. And we're also interested in having people come over here that are interested in making videos and playing their beats and their music, whether they play instruments or they play beats and stuff, and helping them make a good video and be able to take their presence out onto the world and put that on Instagram and be able to promote themselves and build a community here of people here in Los Angeles that are, you know, up and coming, or people who are seasoned musicians, and just really try to help people. And with people like Casey here, you know, who's put a lot of effort and time into this tonight, and, you know, really wants to like showcase his art and what he's all about and bring that to you. So with that said, thanks again, my friend.
Thanks a lot, man.
And peace out, multi-musicians. Rock on, rock and roll, and we'll see you guys soon.